Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hello and welcome. I'm so excited that you're here to watch your first video. Now today's video is going to be a highly requested video for my existing OG subscribers. When I say OG, I've only been doing my channel for not that many months, but you know, the ones that were there from kind of like day one, if you know what I mean. So today's video is going to be addressing how I saved for my property, so how I saved my deposit for my house, and just some really simple, easy tips that you can undertake to achieve your saving goal as well. I have already done this video, but this is just gonna be like an updated version, more of a chit-chatty, unstructured video. I haven't actually got any notes whatsoever. I haven't even really prepared or thought about that. That may have been a bit careless of me, but I wanted to just kind of go with the flow and let this video be quite natural and just chatty, and a more kind of like, you know, if you were here with me and we were chatting as friends, like what I'd say to you. So that's what this video is going to be like. I hope you enjoy watching it. First off, I think the main important thing is to actually have a figure in your mind that you want to save, and it has to be realistic, you know. Don't sit there and think, right, I want to save 200,000. That's clearly not going to happen unless you're earning big bucks, you know. But think of a figure that's more, wow, that noise outside. Think of a figure that you know is somewhat achievable over the short term. When I say short term, I mean 0 to 5 years, okay? So financial terms, short term is 0 to 5 years. So yeah, think of a figure. For me, that figure was 20,000. I always knew that 20 was roughly what I wanted to get to. I thought, okay, how much is the property going to cost that I'm looking for? Around 200. So I would like to save 10% of that. That's how I came to my figure, because a lot of lenders will want you to have around a 10% deposit. You know, some of them less, some of them more. It depends who you go with. So first, you've got your figure in mind. So that's great. Now, how are we going to work towards that? Well, I think it's extremely important to start tracking what the hell you are spending your money on. So I use an app called Money Dashboard for that, and Money Dashboard is a free app. You link all of your bank accounts up to it, and you basically can categorize where things go. So you can add a category to each different thing. So say your direct debits, things that are mandatory, things that you don't actually have to spend, and also ad hoc expenditure. So, you know, random one-off payments such as, you know, maybe your car service, things like that. So you can add them all into categories on this app, and it will then help you realize, okay, so what am I spending? Like, so what exactly is fundamental? What am I spending that's never going to change? And what am I spending which I can stop spending, you know, random like lunches out, Starbucks, etc. And it's really, really good way to break down and see, actually, am I overspending, or am I being as careful with my money as I can be? So that's the first tip that I'd give you. Secondly, address your committed outgoings. Now, you may think that, you know, I'm spending all this money each month on my direct debits, I cannot reduce this. That is not true. For me, I have a car on finance, I have a phone bill, and various other things, you know, Netflix, Spotify, etc. So the first thing that I addressed was my car finance. Now, I realised, actually, Hazel, it's time to get rid of the BMW, let's get a Fiat 500. Like, you know, it's still a really nice car, I got a brand new car, but I reduced my outgoing by over £100 a month, which is obviously a lot of money that you can save. So that's a really good point to think about. If you've got a car finance, you know, get down the dealership, see if they can come up with a deal for you. I mean, I could do a video all about car finance on a second video, like, because there's so much I can say about it, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish I didn't get into that route. But there's no point dwelling on the past, and it's just better to think about the future and how you can improve going forwards. Secondly, with a mobile phone, you know, do you actually need to get an upgrade, or can you get a SIM-only contract? That's a really big factor. I'm gonna go for a SIM-only contract as soon as I can. So when my contract runs out, unless that phone packs up on me, I will get a SIM-only contract, and that helps to save extra money. And then things that you're paying for, like Netflix, Spotify, etc. Well, do you actually need them? Do you use them? I actually cancelled my Netflix for about 6 months because I didn't need it. So I just thought, yes, it's only like £10 a month, but it's still £10 a month I can save. And of course, I know that I've just thrown a few non-essential expenditures in, such as Netflix, but you get the gist of what I'm saying, you know. Review it. Do you actually need that direct debit? Do you need it? Just check. Secondly, I think eating out and lunches are such a big thing for most people. Now, most people that I know personally in my life anyway, go to the shops nearly every single day to buy their lunch. Now, I think this is madness. I sometimes do it too, don't get me wrong. There are days where I haven't made myself something, I'm hungry and I need to go get some food, like that's fine. But for the most part, be smart and be prepared. So prepare your lunches the night before, or bulk prepare something for the week. Not only are you being healthier, but you're saving a ton of money. And if you want to know how to save real money, then go to Aldi's and shop there. I have done a few Aldi hauls on this channel and you need to go check them out because Aldi is literally a third or half the price of any other supermarket. I promise you, you will be amazed at how much money you save by shopping in Aldi. My shopping bill probably went from £60 to £25 just from changing supermarkets, and the food quality is just as good, if not better. So please check Aldi out if you haven't already. Like that's such a big, huge saving for me. So yeah, really recommend that. Eating out. Now, I used to eat out probably, I'm embarrassed to say it, but probably like 3 times a week. That just has to stop. Of course, you can still go out and have fun with your friends, but you need to think, what is more important to me? Do I want to save and buy this property or whatever your goal is, you know, for saving? Or do I want to keep eating out and having fun memories? Now, pick both. You don't have to pick either, pick both. Just be wise with it. So I thought, right, okay, I'm going to start going out less. So I started reducing it down to probably like once a week. Then I reduced it down to probably twice a month. And I'd say I probably stuck to about twice a month. You know, there were sometimes I went out a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, etc. But, you know, it's just being wise, isn't it? And just thinking, well, obviously, if I'm going out and eating out all the time and buying lunches, it's quite clear I'm going to spend loads of money. You just need to kind of, it's common sense, isn't it? A lot of people that I know earn a lot of money and they don't actually save anything. And they say, oh, I just can't save. And I just think, but you can, because I did it. And I probably have way more outgoings than you do. And I bloody did it. So you certainly can. So a big thing as well is positivity, having the right mindset to actually do this. If you're not actually ready to save, you're just not going to do it. You're going to find excuses, you're going to give up, you're going to get overwhelmed, stressed out about it, and it's just not going to happen for you. You need to mentally think in your head and be ready for the fact that you are saving now, you're being responsible, you're committing to this goal of yours, and you truly want that goal. If you don't really want it, you're not going to make this happen. I, in the past, when I was a little bit younger, would be like, I'm going to save. And you know what? I never saved. There was always something I wanted to buy. There was always the next thing. There was always the laptop, the phone, the outfit that I wanted. And I would put that first and be like, oh, well, it's only this month. Next month, I'll be good. Next month will come around. Oh, but I want a holiday. There was always excuses that I made. And when I hit probably, I think I was just before 20, I thought to myself, no, this is really time now. You need to start saving. So my birthday's in September, and I believe I started saving in the January time. I think January was when I really truly said, no, this year is going to be the year you buckle down and save those pennies. And I did. And that's when I started saving. And in that time, I still went on holidays. I had like 3 holidays one year. I still bought myself nice things. And guess what? I still managed to save that money. Of course, it depends on your salary. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that if you earn 12 grand a year, you're going to be able to save 10 grand a year. That's clearly not going to happen. Like, you've got to live as well. But it's all relative to your earnings, isn't it? If you're saving, say, 50% of your salary, regardless of what your salary is, if you're saving that percentage, if you can, that is, that's incredible. And you should be so proud of yourself. Another big thing is your job. Now, are you being paid enough for your job? That's a big question I'd like to ask you, because that's a question I had to ask myself, and I had to do something about it, and sometimes move on, or sometimes have that chat with your employer. I think that's a very important thing. So don't just sit there and think, oh, I'm not earning enough, I'm never going to save, my salary's not enough for me to save what I want to save, you know? Save what I want to save, how many saves I want to say. Do something about it. Do your research online, find out what you should be paid for your role, and then assess that compared to what you're currently being paid. Assess how long you've been at the company for. What are you bringing to the company? Are you working hard? Are you going above and beyond? Assess all of these factors, because you can't just think, oh, well, I'm not being paid what the going rate is, so give me money. You need to prove to your employer why you're worth that money. Are you actually worth that money? And if you're not worth that money, if you think, actually, I could be doing more, guess what? Do more. It doesn't take long to change someone's opinion on you. If you've been a bit, you know, kind of laid back, you're doing the role, don't get me wrong, you're working hard, but you know that you could put more effort in, or just be a bit smarter with your time, which I'm trying to be at my job currently, a bit more smart with my time, and, you know, be not necessarily work harder, but work smarter. And I was having this chat with someone at work the other day, actually. It's about, are you spending too much time dawdling around, you know, writing a massive email? Can you just pick up the phone to that client, for example? That, you know, for my role personally, that would save me, because I could sometimes sit there and spend half an hour on an email. I could just phone the person up and have a 5-minute chat and have it over and done with. Then I have an extra 25 minutes to add to another task. For me, I get a bit shy sometimes. You wouldn't think, would you, me filming YouTube, that I get shy, but I do get shy sometimes. But it's, yeah, it's just about being smart. You know, taking yourself out of your comfort zone and just doing everything you can to put yourself in the best position at work that you can earn more, or at least you're valuable enough that you can move on and get a decent job somewhere else. So sometimes you have to take responsibility and think, actually, maybe I'm holding myself back too. Like, maybe I can earn more, maybe I can have a better paid job, or even maybe my skills aren't being used in my current role. Maybe I can do a different job altogether and earn even more money. You know, I don't want to be so sorry if anyone thinks I'm being rude and just saying, oh, it's easy to get a new job. Like, I'm not saying that at all. I totally understand it's very difficult. You know, I'm really, hands up, like, I'm not telling anyone that it's easy. I'm not. I'm just saying that if you put your mind to it and you're positive, I really truly believe every single one of you watching this video can achieve what you want, because everything I've wanted really to date has happened for me. Don't get me wrong, I haven't magically thought, right, I want a car, bam, there's a car like tomorrow, do you know what I mean? But everything that I've wanted, I've applied hard work, patience, which is key, and just dedication and persistence, and they've all happened for the most part. So I truly believe, read The Secret if you haven't read The Secret, because The Secret is everything. The Secret is amazing. It's the best book ever, and I think if you read that, it will actually change your mindset and change your thinking. So I think that's a massive thing that I'm going to share with you today as well. You need to read The Secret. I'm not going to say too much about The Secret, but oh, it's such a good book. And also, if you don't want to read, go onto Netflix and type in The Secret, because The Secret's on Netflix too. It's a bit of a random watch, like it's a documentary, but I really did enjoy watching it. I don't know why I went but I really enjoyed watching it, and it really gave me an insight into kind of like how being negative actually brings negativity into your life, and being positive makes positive things happen. So please go and read or watch that ASAP. A massive thing that I suggest is keeping on track and regularly checking your savings. So assess where you are. Make yourself targets. So think to yourself, right, this is what I want to save. What is a realistic time frame to save that money in? Do account for things like your car service. Do account for things like your MOT. Do account for birthdays. Do account for all the things that you know you're going to be spending that money on. Don't set yourself an unrealistic goal which you're going to be disappointed when you don't meet, because clearly life happens, things happen, and obviously you're never going to be able to save the same amount each month. Like, some months things happen, things go wrong, and that's okay. So set yourself a goal, but maybe be kind to yourself and give yourself an extra year to reach that goal. I did. I actually hit my goal a little earlier than I expected, and that's just because I don't know why, really. I think I don't know, I guess I had a lucky few years. Like, in the past I haven't had lucky years, don't get me wrong. There's been times where I've literally had a £1,000 parking fine followed by a £900 parking fine because of just, oh, that's another story in itself. Like, I wasn't the bad guy. Well, I guess I was, because I ignored the letters, but you know, I've had some dilemmas myself that I've had to pay out for, which have really, really set me back. And, you know, times where my car's broke and an £800 bill, like, to fix it, and you can't afford another one and all them crap. And it happens, it's life. So just be kind to yourself as well. That's another thing. Be kind and reward yourself, which you'll be surprised. You're like, Hazel, what? How's this saving? Like, is this even a saving video? Reward yourself for hard work. So if you have had a really good 2-3 months, you can go and treat yourself in that 4th month. I'm not saying spend all of the money you would have saved, but if you wanted something in particular, say something that's going to cost £100, £200, go and treat yourself, because hard work deserves a reward once in a while. And that is the key here, it's once in a while. Now, another big thing that I used to do when I went to London, which was quite a lot recently, I would always get an Uber everywhere because I was scared of the underground. And if someone told me, Hazel, you're getting on that underground, I would have freaked. I'd be like, that is not happening. Like, that is literally not happening. I would spend, not happily, don't get me wrong, but I would spend £10 to £20, £30 sometimes on an Uber. And it was a lot of money, but I just assumed that's what I had to do. I had to, at some point in my life recently, really, kind of just get over it. Like, literally get over it. And I know it's easy for me to say, oh, get over your fear. Like, I know that can sound a bit abrupt and kind of rude of me, but it was my fear too. I am shit scared of flying, underground, lifts, all of them things. It makes me feel 10 out of 10 anxious. I literally nigh on start having a panic attack. Not anymore, but I used to. And I don't know what happened, but one day I just thought, no, Hazel, you're actually not doing this anymore. Just get on the underground. I literally, I don't know what it was, but something clicked in my head and I thought, you are being ridiculous. Just get on the underground. Think how many times I'm in that car every single day, and I'm so close to having accidents a lot of the time because, you know, there's idiots on the roads all the time. And the risk is so much higher in the car, which I'm in every single day, versus being on the underground once a month. And, you know, I just realised I was being stupid and I had to overcome my fear, and I did. And that's obviously you know, that's I don't know what sort of tip or advice that is me giving that to you, but that kind of like helped me, obviously, because as soon as I got over my fear, I was saving so much money. Like, the underground is obviously very cheap compared to an Uber ride, so that was probably saving me an extra £60–70 a month, just because I had told myself stop being an idiot, and I just did. And you know what, I'm really pleased I did that as well, because it's actually helped me to stop being such an anxious person in general, because I am quite an anxious person, but I'm getting better at it. That could be another video another time, not today. But yeah, it's just being sensible. I don't really know if this video has helped. I hope it has. I'll have to watch this back and see like what I've actually said, because I don't know if I've given like any vital really like, wow Hazel, that's an amazing tip. I feel like, oh, I feel like something in my eye. I feel like everything I have said has just been like things that are obvious, but these are just the things that I did. So I mean, I can't really, I mean, I'm just going to give you the advice that I took, and it worked for me. So yeah, I really hope that you do enjoy, and I hope that it hasn't been a bit like too like, oh, do this, whatever. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy watching anyway. And of course I can do a more structured video another time. Like, I can do a bit more research, I can make it more formal and prepared, but I just wanted this one to be a bit more like a laid back, chilled video, like chit chat video that I haven't got to edit too much, just because, yeah, as I said, this is what I'd be saying to you if you're my friend. Like, if you're my friend sitting here, which you all are my friends, like, thank you so much for watching. But yeah, if you're here sitting on my sofa with a cup of tea, this is what I'd be saying to you. So I do hope that you enjoyed watching, and I cannot wait to film for you really, really soon. Thank you everyone. Love you so much. Bye.